Hello and welcome to TelecomTV. We are at Mobile World Congress 2015 here in Barcelona in Spain, and I'm talking with Leo Ma, who is Director of Packet Core Product Management at Huawei.
Yes.
Mr. Ma, welcome.
Thank you.
First question to you. Given the trends in the industry towards ICT and the cloud in telecoms, Huawei has a very big presence there, an end-to-end portfolio, and you have that delivery capability to go along with it. Talking from a hardware point of view, what is Huawei's consideration?
Yeah, as you mentioned, actually NFV is a quite hot topic for the last 2 or 3 years. We believe this is a clear trend because cloud computing is now entering the telecom industry. We are embracing this trend very, very proactively. We believe, by NFV, it can fundamentally change the telecom industry, and it can bring a lot of benefits, like it can shorten time to market, it can save cost. So from this regard, we are delivering our end-to-end portfolio regarding the NFV, our softcom strategy. And in terms of hardware, we believe because we have developed hardware for decades, we have gained a lot of experience. But now, the total ecosystem is changed. The first rule must be open. That means we can support the decoupling of hardware and software. In this way, it can shorten the time to market. So that's the number one rule. We believe that, and we comply this rule. And secondly, the telecom application is a little bit different as IT application. So we have to consider, when we enjoy the virtualization benefit, we have to consider the carrier grade reliability, the performance, and also for the very, very distributed deployment requirement. So from this regard, we delivered our new hardware. We call it FusionEngine.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on then to a second question, and I'll ask you about what are the main features of the FusionEngine?
Yes, again, as I mentioned in the first question, we have to be open. We believe the ecosystem is very, very important. That's the reason why we work together with Intel. In this way, we can leverage the Intel ecosystem, and also the whole ecosystem. Apart from chip side, we have to consider the hypervisor, the cloud OS, the Linux. So from this regard, we are working closely with VMware, with OpenStack community, and also with Red Hat, Windows, this kind of operating system. And we already gained a lot of certificates from for example, the Intel, the VMware, and also OpenStack, Linux, so on and so forth. In this way, we can say we are quite open. We can, by this approach, we can deliver the pure NFV hardware. On the other hand, we have to consider the carrier grade features. The first one, I think, is the reliability. So from this regard, we are working closely with Intel for something like fast failure detection from the hardware. It can report the failure as quick as possible to up layer. Then we can do the troubleshooting quickly. The second one is performance. Performance, especially for throughput, is very, very important. It's different as IT application. So we are also lot of feature like we work together with Intel for DPDK and SROV to enhance the performance. The third one is we have to consider the deployment, how to make the deployment easier. Because as you know, telecom application, especially for gateway functionality, is quite distributed. It can locate in central office, but it can also locate in edge office, even maybe toward 5G migration to BBU site. So you have to consider how to fit the different office requirement. For example, for normal central office, we have 1 meter long, 1 meter deep COS server to to host the third-party application. But for edge office, for BBU office, normally 1 meter long, 1 meter deep cloud server is not enough because it's too deep. So from this regard, we provide a series of hardware like 0.8 meter deep server for edge office, 0.6 meter cloud server for BBU site. And we are happy to see that in the industry, other vendors also following the same strategy for this easier deployment. So basically, I would say there are two features. The first one is open. The second one is how to meet the telecom application requirement.
Thank you very much indeed. We're seeing a big convergence of IT with telecoms, and to face this challenge of ICT convergence together with NFV, network functions virtualization, you're working very closely and in collaboration with Intel.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that, and how is the collaboration going?
Yeah, Intel is a very famous, very popular chipset vendor, and we believe by working closely with Intel, we can leverage the ecosystem benefit. And also, Intel has a lot of expertise regarding the hardware, and so, as I mentioned earlier, troubleshooting is very important for telecom equipment. So currently, the first cooperation issue is how to report the failure as quick as possible. That's the first one. The second one, again, is for performance, especially for data forwarding centric network functionality, like EPC gateway. Okay, so from this regard, we are working together with Intel, SRV, DPDK for this kind of stuff, but also we are consider whether we can deliver some accelerator, hardware accelerator to boost the performance, like IPsec, like DPI, this kind of stuff. But meanwhile, because the NFV, the first rule is for resource sharing. So even we are working together with Intel to deliver this kind of accelerator, we still, we will treat the hardware accelerator as a pool. That means for the application layer, it is not aware there's some hardware accelerator.
Right.
Meanwhile, we are working closely to put this hardware accelerator to standard or to the open source community like OpenNFV.
Yep.
In this way, we believe, we can avoid the vendor lock-in. The last but not least, I think the security issue. After NFV virtualization, the security maybe is a big headache. And so from this regard, we are also working closely to see whether we can find some way out.
Thank you. Last question to you. We've talked about hardware.
Yeah.
So let's put hardware to one side for the moment. What is the strategy and the advantage of Huawei's Cloud Edge NFV solution?
Okay, I think from 2 years before, in this Mobile World Congress, we released the Cloud Edge solution.
Yeah.
So first of all, we call it Cloud Edge because I'm in charge of the packet core planning. Normally, for mobile broadband, the packet core is the joint point of 3 edge. The first one is for access edge, because we can support 2G, 3G, LTE, even Wi-Fi, different access technique.
Sure.
So we are the access edge. The second one is, after packet core, we are facing the OTT players, the internet application.
Yeah.
So we call it a service edge. The third one is, everybody is talking about open network capability to the third party, to vertical industry. So we call it the openness edge.
Right.
That's the reason why we name it Cloud Edge. Okay. From the Cloud Edge software perspective, we believe virtualization is not enough. Virtualization is not equal to cloud formation, because if we just simply migrate our existing functionality from the bare metal to virtual machine, we cannot maximize the cloud computing benefit. So from this regard, we redesign our architecture. In this way, we can achieve a lot of benefits like graceful scalability. That means we can achieve the load rebalance after scaling in or scale in or scale out, right, very, very quickly. The second one is for reliability. Because normally cloud server, the reliability is not as high as our properly built in-house hardware, but we are using the NV redundancy, which is we can tolerate the multiple point failure. In this way, we believe we can achieve 5 nines even with the normal cloud server. That's for software. We call it cloud-aware software architecture. And also, as I mentioned, for Cloud Edge, it's also because the NFV is open, so we are trying to use the Cloud Edge solution to build up our own ecosystem. For example, we can use our service chaining technique to incorporate the third-party GI LAN application inside our Cloud Edge solution. In this way, we can provide the best integrated solution to our customers. And the last but not least, 5G is quite hot in this event. So we believe our approach is 5G oriented. In our booth, we call it a service-oriented call. Later on, with our Cloud Edge, we can migrate our solution to service-oriented call to support our Internet of Things, to support millions of applications, millions of industries. So that's our Cloud Edge strategy. Okay, that's all.
Okay, Leo Mark, thank you very much indeed.
Okay, thank you.